is Channel 8 Eyewitness News at 5.
It just is not a good practice to shoot another human being with a live weapon.
Lancaster County sheriffs are investigating an accidental shooting. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
That's right. A Nebraska teenager is recovering from a gunshot wound.
The Lancaster County sheriff says his friend accidentally shot him. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Bailey Bischoff has more in tonight's top story. Bailey?
The sheriff says the teens were trying out old military equipment when things went wrong. Lancaster County Sheriff's Office responded to reports of a gunshot wound Saturday afternoon. What they found, a teen shot in the behind. Sheriff Terry Wagner says two 19-year-olds and an 18-year-old had a .22 caliber rifle and an old Vietnam War era flak vest in a cabin near Branched Oak Lake. They were going to test out the vest.
They had shot this vest a couple of times before to determine that it would in fact stop a .22 caliber bullet. The 19-year-old who was firing the weapon missed and shot the victim in his buttocks.
The teen went to the hospital, but his injuries weren't life-threatening. James Clark, owner of Big Shot Shooting Range, says he got extremely lucky.
Those vests were designed for flak, for small pieces of metal flying through the air to give them some form of protection against those objects. They were never designed to stop a bullet.
He says if the shooter had hit the vest and it didn't stop the bullet, the injuries would have been extensive.
These rounds here are coming out of the barrel at 1,260 feet per second. That's very, very fast. And 22s, albeit very small, when they get into the body, they will bounce around.
James showed me a vest that's actually bulletproof. It's very different than the flak vests. Bulletproof vests are solid. And he says flak vests are made of a heavy, sand-like material. But even with a vest that's actually meant to stop bullets, you should never test it on a human.
I spent, over 20 years in the military, and even overseas, where guys are bored and stressed out, you would never find anybody shooting his buddy just to see if his vest worked. Over there you just hope and pray it works.
Deputies are still reviewing to determine if any charges will be filed against those teens.
Bailey Bischoff in our top story tonight. Thank you, Bailey.